Hello everyone, this is Benjamin Ramirez. I haven't done a video in a while, but I made a group for people just specifically analyze and study chess. And this is the first game of my opening, so I really wanted to do this. E4, C5, B4, which is the wing gambit. He captures. That's the And A3 is the one that masters have played. Knight to F3 is the best move out. You can even see here, it's the best move. This is my opening. I guess, wait, I want the A3 being the best move. Oh, well, I guess it's one of the best moves. A3 is the one that masters you, so maybe after it's finished analyzing, maybe it's A3. Kind of, I don't know, I felt a little annoyed by that. I feel like my move is the best anyways. Knight to F3. Of course, I think is the best. That's why I used it. So he plays knight to c6, which is my first series, and d4. This is the basic part for white for the first series that I've created. If you've watched them, here he played d5. There's different moves. There's d5, e6. d6 is pretty bad, I think. And g6, b6, and e5 are all normal. If you watch the one with knight to f6, you'll see why that's horrible. He played the d5 one. I captured. He captured. I played c4. Here I have b takes c3. He played queen to e4, which is still okay. I here knew something was wrong because I've did b takes c3. That's what I always played, and that's what I've learned. So here, when I seen him do that, I'm like, okay, my pawn's being attacked twice, and I'm in check. So I wanted to think about what I can do, to make sure that that doesn't become an issue with me being in check. So obviously, I moved a piece that wasn't defending it, and if I did the queen, then my pawn would be undefended. So I did a different piece, obviously, and he played the bishop move, which was considered not that okay. The bishop move. I felt like that was a good move. And I castled. Apparently I could have attacked. I decided to castle. He castled. Immediately when he castled, and I know what pawns are up there, I figured he says play blitz. I'm analyzing, not to let him know. Oh, almost done with video. He's I think rated 200 higher than me, so he probably really wants to get this going. I played this move. Here I thought about attacking the knight because of my situation with my knight, queen, and bishop, and the rook with the pawn. I was worried about a tactic where my pieces can fall apart, and I didn't really want to analyze it fully and calculate it. So I'm like, okay, it's possible. I don't know too much about it, so I played d5. I didn't want to really get into it early in the game. I wanted just to warm up. So, and he decided to really challenge my pawn. And at this point, I said, well, at this point, I didn't want to move my pawn, obviously, because the rook would take the queen, and I didn't want to start messing with the pawns in any way, shape, or form. And so I decided to look at it more, and I figured I can just simply attack the queen, and that's what I did. He moved over one. And now I know it's safe to capture, so I did. He captured back. At this point, I for some reason, because of his king placement, and I've learned about Bowen's mate, my bishop and my pawn was blocking my bishop, so I felt like I needed my bishop over at a6 and my other black one over at f4. So I figured I was going to attempt to try something with that. That's what I was thinking about the Bowen's mate. So I figured I'd come here first to try to move his pieces over. and he did. I moved my knight in to try to find a way to create threats is what my goal was there. He moved his bishop in, which is what I expected. The reason why he had to develop one of his pieces, there was no reason to move it one over because he'll lose. If he moved it to back on a 7 square, then obviously he would be in a more passive situation. So I already knew he would do that. That's what I would have done. I moved g3 for the purpose of my bishop. He moved up. And obviously, first I couldn't do that right away. I had to kick his bishop out the way. So that was my doing with that. I did not know that was a good best move. He did what I thought he would. And here he moved into a bad position here. I honestly expected him to go over to the right one. Queen of d7 is what I expected him. And then I was going to go in for the next check after that. But he went there. Knight a5 is the best move. Alright, I went to here, and he resigned. Because obviously king, I thought over here a while ago, and he moved. If he actually would have just what was it again? No, wait. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. If he just simply moved up, I don't think I would have gotten anywhere close to where I would have been. I didn't see that as an option either. I don't know why. I'm like, oh, he's just not going to do it. But that could have been bad for me. There's not a nasty tactic against me, so that's good. Alright. So that was a pretty interesting game. I was happy. I haven't played my opening in a very long time. So, if you have any questions, thoughts, anything you need to tell me about, any type of move order or questions, I like this app. It works very well. It gives me lots of information. And after games, I can tell if I played correctly or not and what I could have done better afterward for the situation. So, and FYI, I've learned the Bowen's mate through an app that I've been using. So, you should look it up. It's definitely good to know. Like and subscribe.